everyone, this is the Kmart Commander here with Wednesday for yet another episode of Noobs Casting Fools. And if you don't know what this is, Noobs Casting Fools is a YouTube series where you, the noobs, we the noobs cast you, the fools. We don't think you're noobs, we think you're awesome. So that's why we want you to send us your replays to zelfeathers@gmail.com, and we would be absolutely delighted to cast you.
Yeah, so here we go. We got a game by ekirhs, or Strike Backwards, however you want to look at it.
Yeah, one of them. We don't know which one he goes by, but yeah, he sent stuff to this one, to our channel a few times before. And
wow, so right off the bat, he said that this would be an interesting game, and I'm already liking where this is going.
Wait, what is he doing?
ekirhs here, let's just introduce the players. ekirhs here is in the top left corner is the blue Terran.
All right.
We have Beast in the bottom right as the Protoss. And so Beast immediately went for a Nexus first.
That's really weird.
In a different corner of the base. Now, the interesting thing about this, it's kind of weird, and I don't know if this is actually a viable strategy because I'm not in the top level. I'm going to ask, we have Beckendorf here in the back. How do we do the fall unit if we want to do this during the read? Command Shift F. Boom. There we go, y'all. Okay, so let's just get off. Let's do escape. How are we gonna do it? Like, do it again? Do it again, yeah. So, when he scouts here, he's going to think that, okay, I see a Protoss on one base, so I'm probably going to be expecting some sort of pressure. We see a double gas, maybe a Stargate, something like that.
Okay, so he's definitely going for a kind of higher...
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Now, the thing is that pressure isn't going to come, and this could end up biting him in the back, because ekirhs could be like, okay, I'm not going to expand, I'm going to build some units, and then when that pressure doesn't come, he could actually go across the map with his units and just kill him. So I really don't know if this is going to pay off. It might work. I know bases like this can work maybe for your third. I've never seen it for your natural. So, yeah. Interesting to see what happens, you know?
Yeah, I mean, definitely how ekirhs plays in the past. Basically, he does two things. He either rushes or he does something really out of the box and that completely startles whoever he's playing. And it actually does, like, really well. It usually surprises the opponent enough that catches him off his feet and is not prepared for it.
And again, the Protoss is Beast, not ekirhs. So,
well, yeah, but that's how usually ekirhs play.
Yeah, exactly. He normally likes going for more aggressive openings, which is kind of a style of play.
Oh, that's interesting. So he's going for a factory right away.
This is pretty normal. Again, you're really the one thing that's kind of interesting. I'm wondering, he already has an engineering bay. So that might be maybe he's thinking he saw the double gas. He's thinking an Oracle. He still hasn't put down, or he could just be going for +1, but he might be thinking going mech, because if you notice he still doesn't have his tech lab down. You really want to be starting stem as fast as possible.
So you can have your
Marines. Though, if you do notice, he did...
Oh, he found it!
He found it. I'm not sure if he sent an SCV or he's just... I think he followed with this SCV and found this base.
Interesting.
And if you notice now his mothership cores here, he actually recalled a lot of, almost all of his probes to this base.
That is
very strange. And now he's here. He's focusing down the mothership core. He does not. Oh, he's gonna
not enough micro. Come on, baby.
Okay, now if he loses that, that's huge because
come on. Yeah, he got it. He got it.
Now he does not have the photon overcharge for his pylons. So these Marines, actually, the probes are not doing bad but he doesn't have any units to speak of. Gate, warp gate isn't even done. He can't warp units over here. I mean, I guess he could bring, he's bringing them now.
But they're not going to be able to get there in time.
I mean, but really, right now, the only pressure, a couple probes have been killed. Let's check out the units tab. Pretty even on workers. He can put down a photon overcharge immediately, which is what he does. So, at this point, I wouldn't say too much damage has been done. It was I guess it was a good move. He brought all his probes over here using the recall, but then he didn't have an overcharge right away.
Right.
But again, I really just don't think that it was worth it because again, ekirhs, he had a few for Beast. He had a few Marines. He wasn't doing anything super aggressive, so he could have just expanded here anyway. And actually, he's going for a third already, which it's pretty aggressive. It's pretty greedy. ekirhs himself is going for an expansion. He has a tank and a couple Marines. He is putting down a double Stargate. Wow.
Wait, what? What are...
Starport, pardon me.
See, this replay was labeled Ravens, so, that probably means he's gonna go massive Raven, which is, I mean, that seems a little bit odd to me. I don't know.
Actually, it used to be not as effective, but now The auto turrets that Ravens spawn, they only last for maybe about 3 seconds, but they do a ridiculous amount of damage.
Interesting.
So, for instance, if you can put them on say if you drop one auto turret and just focus probes, it could probably kill like 5 before he died.
That's amazing.
So,
that's definitely.
Though
different.
again, if he's probably going for Ravens, so he's not gonna be able to build how much gas. He does have a little bit of gas. He is starting 1. He's probably gonna end up getting the There's an upgrade here that helps them. Where is this? This one.
Yeah,
helps the energy by 25. So, the pressure will be coming in about. He'll have the Ravens in about 30 or 40 seconds. He does have some units to deal with it. But ultimately, I think that this is still a close game. I think that, I don't know if, let's go back to production here. Beast really needs to make sure that he keeps building probes because, he will have less tech. Okay, he is getting a Stargate as well. But I think that he should be able to defend as long as he, again, keeps building units, keep building his cycles. However, he split his units in half to defend both of his bases, so ekirhs' army is going to completely kill that small force there.
That's definitely a massive weakness here, and he has basically no troops.
Yeah,
to be able
so
to deal
again,
with
this is why going for hidden bases is not a good idea. As soon as it's scouted, it gets very hard to defend because it's about the same amount of distance from ekirhs' base to Beast's base, so he has to bring all his forces back here. This base is probably going to be dead by the time they get there.
Yeah.
He did bring his probes back.
Now he's got at least another one. What do you think about Beast's army there? I mean, I don't really think he has enough to deal with it, especially if Ravens are coming along the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's he does not have the advantage of tech, so he has some pretty basic units. This could, if they meet out in the open, like if, for instance, if they're walking, if these tanks are unsieged and they're walking out in the open, this army will completely demolish this.
Really? Interesting.
However, if he does have full energy and drops a lot of turrets down, they will be in trouble.
That could keep him alive a little bit longer. Yeah.
Interesting. You got a planetary fortress just for a little bit more defense there.
That would have been my pick. Oh, but wait, he already has an orbital command, so that's
yeah.
Not
I mean, I would generally choose just to get maybe for an open. If, for instance, if you have a base that's out in the open, kind of like this, you might get a planetary fortress. But orbital commands, you get a lot of value with those mules.
Oh, right, yeah, because the mules give the double
let's look
resource.
at the units here. So actually, at the end of the day, they are even in workers right now. I would say that ekirhs definitely has a bigger army. He has 4 tanks right now. He does have a 3rd base going down. So I think this is a pretty close game. It really just depends. Okay, he has double Stargate coming out. That's actually a pretty good move, considering the fact that the only anti-air is the auto turrets from the Ravens.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have enough Marines to really deal with.
So,
like,
however, those Void Rays could just die if he does not. If he doesn't kite back from the auto turrets. They could be targeted down and die. So I think that if he engages carefully, his army could beat his. But
so those auto turrets are they work against air too then.
Yeah, and they are powerful, but again, they only last for 3 or 4 seconds. So.
Right. So it seems like the main force behind ekirhs' forces here is really just the siege tanks, which give the artillery, and then those Ravens with the Marauders thrown in just to kind of keep things interesting.
Yes, it is a pretty powerful army though. He keeps building those tanks, and he has the Ravens. Now another thing too, Ravens do have Hunter-Seeker missiles.
Right.
So if they attack and they have full energy, and he's enough of them, you know, even 4 or 5 Void Rays, if he keeps building them, will die.
Right.
So, but however, once they're out of energy, those Void Rays will completely kill everything on the ground.
Yeah, exactly, because there's nothing on the ground that can attack them.
Exactly. So it really depends the positioning. If these tanks are sieged and the Protoss army walks into a small space, then, you know, the Terran will make a better fight. It really depends where the fight takes place. Wow, ekirhs getting another planetary fortress. I think this is
being paranoid, I guess.
This is a little over the top. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but especially think about his natural. He has his whole army here, so there wouldn't be.
I mean, it's not that far away. I mean, you don't really need it.
I mean, I would say for his 3rd, but his natural, there wasn't much of a need. This could be mules, and I think each mule gives you about 250 minerals for 50 energy. So to put in perspective, this planetary,
that's pretty good.
This planetary is just sitting here, but he could probably have. He would probably have almost 1,000 more minerals just by mules.
Now, I'm noticing something kind of interesting here. It seems like Beast is kind of matching him in economy in many respects, because they both have 3 bases. Even though Beast already lost a base, it's kind of interesting.
They both have 3 bases, but if you notice that Beast has not been consistent with building probes. ekirhs has been on it.
Raven
let's
attack!
Look at this here. We have a lot of Ravens coming in.
That could do a huge amount of damage.
And remember those auto turrets. They could just target down all of this infrastructure could just die, or he's going for the probes in this case. So again, they do a lot of damage, but they only last for 7 seconds. But here they come the Void Rays. But look at that. Look at those Void Rays. One Void Ray already down. Okay, now this is when things get interesting.
It looks like those Ravens don't have anywhere to fight.
He's saying air toss typical. Well, actually, he has some ground. But Void Rays are actually, they're decent, but there's a lot of things in Terra that actually just murder them. So ekirhs should actually be thanking him because he could just put down, he has an army, or he could just start building Thors, which would be a good move.
Yeah, that actually would be decent.
So that was, I mean, ekirhs did some damage. He killed some probes. He did kill one Void Ray for free, which is nice. He was just using his energy. However, he already did drop most of the turrets before the Void Rays got there, so that they just had to run. There's really nothing they could do versus the Void Rays at that point.
It's true.
But again, look at that. He's almost double the workers right now.
Yeah, this is definitely in ekirhs' favor. Unless Beast can pull something off really weird, I don't think this is going to
and he has his 4th base going down right now. Let's look at the production tab here again here.
Wait, is he getting it? Is he getting? Is that what I think it is? Is that a?
That is a carrier.
Wow, so he's getting 2 carriers.
2 carriers. He's just going pure air. He already has. He got +1. He'll probably get +2 eventually here. ekirhs is putting down quite a few turrets, so I don't.
Do you think he knows about the? Well, he knows that he's going air toss, but do you think he knows about the what is it? Carriers?
Yeah, he saw the fleet beacon. I think he's just assuming air at this point. If you notice, he has. Let's actually go to the what's the buildings tab? T. Yeah, there are the structures. He has 13 missile turrets. So really, I mean, that is quite a few Void Rays. But these turrets will shy away most of the air that comes in. If you look here in his natural, he's quite a few as well.
I mean, that's an inordinate amount of.
That's a lot of missile turrets. Yes. I mean, I understand, and he is now expanding to 3 different locations at once.
I mean, he must be feeling oh, and there's that Thor. Wow, he's definitely feeling quite confident right now.
So let's even just look at the army. We have 10 Ravens, 6 Marauders, 5 tanks and a Thor, and then 1 carrier, 8 Void Rays, and some Stalkers and Adepts. So again, I'm gonna have to favor ekirhs at this point. It's really gonna come down to what those Ravens can do. Oh, we got a little skirmish coming in here.
Mostly, he just seems like he's trying to keep him on his toes. I mean, that's Jen trying to find out something because he didn't really need the Marauders anymore.
If I were him, I would try to keep I'm pretty sure. No, I'm trying to think. Void Rays, they do have a speed upgrade as far as I know.
They do.
I'm trying to think where it was. No, I'm trying to think because I know they did an update where Void Rays in general move faster.
Maybe just kind of a static thing then.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because if the Ravens were outrunning the Void Rays earlier, and it would be a good idea instead of just having them sitting here to try to go out in the map, maybe go in the natural, put some turrets down,
and just run when he comes in. Yeah, that's a good idea.
But they're both kind of sitting back, so he's building more Thors. Thors are very good versus the Void Rays because Void Rays again they target 1 unit at once. They kind of clump together because they are smaller. When they're in let's say 1 hockey, they're spread out now.
Right, but and then Thors have a air splash.
That's right. But carriers actually counter Thors very effectively.
Oh, that's because the Thor can't focus on any particular.
It can. Well, you can again there are the interceptors. If he just A moved his stuff, then the carriers would focus on the interceptors. But they can. You want to really just manually target versus the carriers.
Right.
But these Thors, if you notice, they have a high impact payload.
Oh,
so this is when, say, you would want to, versus the carriers, turn them into that so that they do more versus 1 unit out.
That makes sense.
But, again, it just comes down to these Ravens. Though I think with the 16 Ravens, he could just put down 2,000 Seeker missiles and all that air would just be demolished.
It's true.
So I feel at this point, and especially with the economy that ekirhs has, he has 90 SCVs. Now,
wait. Holy
you
mackerel.
Really want to be stopping at this point and focusing on your army. So if you notice, he has 3,000 minerals.
Yeah, that's way too much to be sitting on.
No, actually, that's going to happen. I have been playing mech recently. We're still in Diamond, which is kind of fun. But I've been playing mech recently with Beckendorf, and the nature of mech, it's very high in gas. And you're always going to have more gas than minerals.
So your minerals will just stack up.
Yeah. So that's a nice little move there. He moved out of the way. He did lose. He probably lost close to 7 or 8 workers there.
He basically outnumbers his probes like 3 to 1 right now.
Okay. 100 SCVs.
That's insane.
This is completely... So again, if you notice, he has 4,000 minerals, and this is when, I don't know if you've watched much StarCraft or professional games, what they end up doing is they get a lot of orbital commands. That way they can sacrifice some of their SCVs and just rely on mules for their minerals.
That's interesting.
Because he has, right now, even if he maxes out, 100 of his supply will be SCVs. Whereas if he doesn't attack Beast long enough to get a maxed out army, Beast is going to have a significantly bigger army because 70 of his supply is not workers.
That's true. So it seems to me that ekirhs really needs to actually move in right now.
Yeah, I mean, but again, his army right now will kill this heir depending how the engagement goes. So let's watch this fight. This is basically the fight right here. He's putting down. Oh my gosh, that is all. Oh, look at all those Hunter Secrets.
Oh my gosh!
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
They aren't even. He lost 2.
Oh my gosh. That was incredible. And there's already 2 carriers that are like pretty much mostly dead.
Exactly. So that was a very good fight by ekirhs there.
Right. It seems like he could almost beat this guy at Ravens alone.
Yeah, now this seems like, oh, Ravens are OP. Terran's OP. Now, really, what you would have to do in this scenario is get high tempo and feedback all these. He's not doing that. If he just keeps building carriers, these Ravens are going to get more energy, and the same thing is going to happen over and over again.
Yeah.
Nice little move here by ekirhs. However,
this thing's going down.
ekirhs. No, it's ekirhs.
I think it's ekirhs. Yeah.
He said ekirhs when I played with him. The only problem about this is the carriers got there too fast.
Right.
And 111 SCVs. I have seen 90 workers when Scarlet is playing Zerg, but that is Zerg. Very different than Terran. He has, and this is why, you know.
Wow,
he has 8,000 minerals. So really, all you'd have to do is just get gas geysers on all these bases. He's getting on some of them. And then he can probably kill about 80 SCVs. Oh, here it is. The carriers are out of position. And these turrets, I mean, he could just kill this base. He could probably drop like 30 turrets, but he's just sitting here with his carriers, so...
Yeah, I mean, Beast is not doing anything. If I were Beast, I'd probably at least try to do some kind of, like...
Yeah.
Start weakening his other bases right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just...
Yeah,
exactly. This game was lost.
This is going to keep... He's not doing... He keeps taking damage, not doing any. So, I think at this... Okay, what is he doing? Is he sending out some SCVs? Yeah, he might... I wonder what he's doing. No, he's actually rally pointing them all to this base and building more SCVs. Now, this game
should have been called SCVs.
Oh my
Ravens.
gosh, he is. Now, to be fair, okay, he has 2,000 gas, which is a lot, but he has been building Ravens consistently. So, okay, but a mothership is coming in here. Let's see where it's spawning. Oh, right.
Wait, oh no!
He can Hunter Secret that down.
Oh, good lord!
Oh, he doesn't see it. He doesn't see it.
Where's
he
the
scanned.
mothership?
He's looking for the army. Oh, he canceled it. He moved out of the way. Okay, here's another fight coming in. He upgraded that Raven speed. Look how fast they are moving.
They are fast. Oh,
here they come.
This is over.
Here they come. Oh, those carriers are doing work though.
Those they're gonna go down.
Oh my! Death. Oh my
gosh! That's the entire fleet.
Let's look at the units tab. He still has 19 Ravens. That is crazy.
And the rest, and yeah, this is over.
ekirhs calling out the GG there. The guy, I mean, he doesn't look at this fight. He has 21. He has, you can actually tell right here, he has 15 army supply and 6 workers. That's all he and then they just...
Do not mess with fully charged Ravens.
Actually, an interesting move. It didn't really do anything. But if you notice, the Hunter Seeker missiles were focused on these carriers. And then he recalled to this base, so then they just got absorbed in the air. Kind of interesting. But again, that doesn't really matter when you have 14,000 minerals. Pardon me. And 1,500 gas and 7 bases, as ekirhs is pointing out.
He is winning with just Ravens right now, and he has a huge army sitting, and they're not doing anything.
He has 2 carriers. He could probably kill at least a few of these bases with pure SCVs. 120.
And there's the army we're talking about.
That is ridiculous. But again, when you get down to it, though,
the Thors are just there to mop up.
Okay, where's the rest of the army? This is the army. He can only build 20 more supplies. So in a normal game, in a normal game, in a different game, you wouldn't even be allowed to build 120 SCVs. You would either be dead or have won by that point.
Yeah,
but he's trying to do a counterattack here. ekirhs is just
this is far too late by now.
Exactly, the Thors are here. There's really not that much that he can do.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Beast is basically thinking of what he should have been doing probably like, 15 minutes ago, maybe.
Though,
The rest of them are gone.
I think you'll learn from this game that you do not.
Oh my!
That did not work. You cannot go Sky Toss versus Mass Ravens.
No way.
Well, you can, but
you will die.
You should watch some videos with High Templar because you just, especially with a full health Raven, it does damage based on the amount of energy that it has.
Oh, really?
So I think they would actually die. So if he had, for instance, if he had like 10 High Templar and just came up to the Ravens when ekirhs wasn't paying attention, he could kill every single one and lose nothing.
Right.
It's actually pretty crazy.
Simply because they just weakened the energy of the Raven.
It kills it takes away the energy and does a lot of damage. But again, that was a good game by ekirhs. An interesting strategy that worked out very well.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised going all Ravens like that would actually be so effective. Fascinating.
Yeah. I mean, I've normally just seen them for kind of a harassment unit, kind of in the an early game. But as a late game unit, that worked very well versus Beast Army. So GG, good game.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys, if you want to send your awesome replay to us, be sure to email us at thezelfeathers@gmail.com. I am Kmart Commander.
And I'm Queen Steve.
Thank you for watching.